Okay. We have a bird that takes a size 2 band. One 202-59855. Just put the band on, close it tight. Nice fit, nice and loose, but it won't come off. So the field marks on this one, we've got a Blackbird with red on its wings. Would be a simple way to describe this, and some bird names make a lot of sense. This is a red-winged blackbird, one of the commonest birds in Michigan. You can see this almost anywhere. Probably have them in your backyard. You can see them along the sides of the road, in the ditches, and especially out in marshes and wetlands. The males are all black with red on the wings, and the females are smaller and they're very stripy like a sparrow. So this is obviously a male. It takes 2 years for them to get this bright red and yellow shoulder patch, which they use for displaying, territorial displays. They defend an area of marsh against all other males, and they will mate with as many females as they can that come into that territory. So they have a harem system of breeding. But it takes 2 years to get this red. In the first year, it's orange with black spots on the shoulder. In the second year, it's red. So this is an after second calendar year male. Wing measurement is 120 and its tail is 97. It doesn't have any body fat. Scale. And he weighs 68.0. So females weigh on average about 45 grams. So she weighs about 2/3 as much as a male. So when they fold their wings, these back feathers cover up that red patch. She's not going to let me do it a lot. But the red isn't quite as visible when they're just perched and feeding. But when they're displaying, they raise their shoulders up, and that red just pops right out. And they usually face their rival head on. So you see these two red dots. And that's how they defend their territories. And they do a lot of fighting with each other too. A lot of fighting. So going through our identification process, the size of this bird is it's bigger than a sparrow, smaller than a robin. It's got a triangular beak, but it's sharp and pointed. It's not a short triangle like a sparrow. But this is a stripy bird. It kind of looks like a sparrow, and a lot of bird watchers, when they see this bird, which is very common, and they think it is a sparrow, but it's not. its coloration blends in with vegetation. This is the kind of vegetation that you would see it in a lot. So you can see how it doesn't show up really well against that. And so that's a characteristic that a lot of female birds have, so that they can hide from predators and hide when they're on the nest. So even if you don't know what this species is, you might be able to guess that it's a female. You're not always right when you guess that way. It's better to study your field guide and to know what this is. It has a little bit of a peach color on the throat, white line over the eye, and a little bit of orange in the shoulder. And that orange in the shoulder is variable on individuals. Sometimes it's very bright red, but mottly, but gives you a hint as to what this species is. This is actually a female red-winged blackbird. And she's actually smaller than the male by about 50%. And looking under the wing, we can see, I see very little contrast in some of these feathers. And so this is probably an after second calendar year female. And her wing measurement is 98. Tail measurement is 77, 98, 77. No body fat. Put her on a scale, zero the scale. She weighs 42.9 grams. Sorry, I'm bird watching too. We're keeping the list today, and there's a northern rough-winged swallow that just flew over and a cliff swallow that just flew over. So cliff swallow is new for the week, so we'll add that to the bird list later. But getting back to the bird in hand, we have a good comparison here. I just before this banded a male red-winged blackbird, and I have him in the bag here, and hopefully I can get him out without dropping him. Being able to handle birds with two hands is a special skill that it's hard to master. There we have male and female red-winged blackbirds. So you could probably see the size difference. So she weighed 42.9 grams, and he weighed 62.6 grams. So he's 50% heavier than she is. But you can see that the shape of the beak, if he will stop biting my knuckle for 1 second. The shape of the beak is similar, it's just that it's bigger in the male than in the female. And we don't know if these are mated or not. They got caught in the trap at the same time, so they were in the same place at the same time. But what males will do, males defend an area of marsh or ditch, and they will mate with as many females as they can. So they have a harem of females. So this may be one of his females, it may not. There's a lot of competition among males. You see red-winged blackbirds chasing each other around all the time. So we'll give her a head start.